Taiwan's management of COVID-19 domestically has been quite successful. And there is an argument there that Tsai Ing-wen's approach could be a model for the rest of the region as well as the rest of the world. But Taiwan's economy is very reliant on exports and external demand. And we've seen the pandemic induce some really severe disruptions across the rest of the world, which are inevitably going to have an impact on the Taiwanese domestic economy. The EIU is a bit more pessimistic on Taiwan's economic prospects for the year. We are expecting the economy to fall into recession with a real GDP contraction of around 2% on annual average, and a lot of that is going to be owing to these disruptions to trade, as well as tourism flows. The recent border openings that you were just discussing, I think they are very specifically targeted at business travel and education. There do seem to be lingering restrictions on leisure visits, and because tourism is as well an important part of the Taiwanese economy, that is going to keep a lot of pain there.
Now, we've heard from the Taiwan Central Bank. They're expecting a recovery to look Nike-shaped, or if you will, the swoosh. That, of course, making it a steady and a gradual. But with that, Taiwan has been a big beneficiary of the ongoing Sino-U.S. trade war. Is that what's going to be what helps this Nike swoosh recovery in Taiwan?
That's going to definitely put a little bit of cushion, particularly in the investment story. So in early 2019, we saw this Taiwanese, essentially a policy action plan aimed at encouraging Taiwanese manufacturers from reshoring from China into Taiwan. And that has led to a surprisingly big amount of investment back domestically. And we do expect that to continue. But there are a lot of risks here. I think particularly as the technology tensions between China and the U.S. really start to heat up. The Taiwanese electronics industry and the tech industry is very enmeshed into the U.S. and Chinese economies, and any policy efforts on either the U.S. or the Chinese side that disrupts that relationship is going to have inevitable repercussions for Taiwan. We've already started to see that happen. Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company was placed in a very public, very awkward position within the last couple of months in relation to its own relationship with Huawei and the fact that it has essentially been forced to choose sides between the U.S. and China. We expect that story to continue and to feature as somewhat of a permanent fixture on the electronics industry landscape for Taiwan, and that could be something which might derail some of the more rosier growth prospects that we could see firm later in 2020.